Good afternoon. Going to call this work session to order. I want to ask Councilman Short if he'd be so kind to give us an introduction.
Thank you, Mr. President. Let us bow here. As we have the Father, as the Selma City Council gather here today on the wonderful day that you have given us, we ask you, Lord Father, to guide us in our wisdom and understanding of the law, and infuse us with the knowledge and understanding as to what we need to do for this city and for the people who elected us. And remember that whatever we do is going to be decent and in order. We're going to always keep you in the forefront, knowing that whatever we do, we want your blessing. We want you to continue to look down upon Selma, Alabama, and continue to bless our city. And if you continue to do this, Lord, we're going to do what we can to always give you the praise and the honor. In the name of Jesus, we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Councilman. Now to the citizens' request. Mr. Wanda Maxwell and Mrs. Lee, CEO, please come forward. YMCA report.
Good evening. Thank you so much.
Good evening. Good to see all of you.
We are here to discuss the existence of the YMCA of Selma, Dallas County. We believe that this community deserves a YMCA, and I don't believe it's any surprise that Dwight's had some challenges in years past. So me coming to this community was purposeful, and that was to come and help service this Y in this community, because I've been doing this for the past 23 years, and I do believe that we have an exceptional YMCA and an amazing community, and both deserve one another. Right now, we just want to share with the City Council that we're challenged, and honestly, to be transparent, when we had the lodging fees initially, that helped the YMCA operationally, and allowed us to function day to day. Right now, we're challenged because that money is no longer provided to us. And so we have made some measures to continue to operate, to keep our doors open. We have adjusted some of our staff time and positions. We've also changed some operational hours just to maintain our YMCA, because we have a fairly strong membership. We've seen an uptick in the past several months. When I arrived, we had about 1,300 membership units. Right now, we're hovering around 1,500 units. We had as high as 1,700 units in the summertime, which is fairly traditional in the summertime. So we want to continue to maintain our memberships for those who really need the YMCA. So we are before the City Council to plead our case and to let you know that without your help, we cannot continue to operate at the YMCA.
And just, I want to piggyback, I'm Wanda Maxwell, and all of you know I'm a professional volunteer. But my love, of course, is with the YMCA. And just to piggyback on what Mr. Speed has said, we've also put other measures into place. We're talking to corporations in this town to try to help with the corporate rate to try to increase our numbers even higher than they are. And just to piggyback on what he said, I've been there since that Y opened, and that's the largest number of members that we have ever had. The challenge that we have is that we serve a community that is aging, and because of that, we have to discount a certain number because we want to have the whole community. If you go up to the YMCA, you will see everyone there, from senior citizens to the young, and that's our whole goal. We are about serving the community. Additionally, as I said, we're trying to partner also with another YMCA system to help strengthen us logistically. I think that's important because we do need help because we've had to cut back some. But just overall, the Y has never really had the logistical support that it has needed because we've always been challenged financially from day one. But we're looking at trying to associate with a stronger Y system to also help us with that.
Indeed. We also recently had an audit completed, which was desperately needed, and indicated in the audit the Y is an ongoing concern. And so that audit, for the most part, has shown that if we continue on this course, we will be in jeopardy. And so that just adds more credence to our current condition at the moment. But again, we are doing things that will hopefully continue to strengthen us and allow us to continue to provide services to this community.
And that's the whole goal. Our goal is short term for right now, but also long term. And what we're looking at now are ways to make sure we are in place and that we will be functioning for the unforeseeable future.
Because I know in the past you had hotel owners serving on the YMCA board. Are they still serving on the board?
No, since we ended that agreement,
Yes, sir.
we let the hotels know that the agreement has changed. And so we're still talking with the hotel owners. We're still providing some type of service for their constituents. But currently, there's no one from the hotel sitting on our board.
And that was on their choice, and that ended maybe two or 3 years ago. Any
Councilman
questions?
Short?
Mr. Sneed, I came to you a couple of months ago, asking for some consideration because a local film home had requested that the upkeep of the Brown building be addressed.
Yes, sir.
You informed me that that building has since been turned over to another organization. Is that still the same?
Yes, sir, that is correct.
Mr. President, I hear the cry about the support for the Y, because Y serves a meaningful purpose to the citizen here in the city of Selma. And I, for one, have no problem returning the support that has been requested. And of course, that was due to the large tax being given to the local Y with $1 and the other dollar going to the Browns. But because the Browns is no longer under ownership of the YMCA organization, and maybe that dollar can be rediverted to capital equipment, which we so badly need. I do support the additional funding for the choir. I do think it would be money well spent, and I would hope that my colleagues will see the value that the YMCA brings to the city as I.
Yeah. I know I talked with Mr. Jones about earmarking that large types for capital equipment, for street paving, and any capital equipment that we needed. But what we can do is, council, we probably just still gonna put it in a committee, and at least, the budget is coming up.
Yes.
And let's go ahead and talk about it during the budget process and see what we need to move forward with. Also, have y'all ever considered, if we go back into that agreement, maybe you can work with some of the city employees, maybe give them a discount
Yes,
or something along the lines?
Absolutely.
I think that's an excellent idea. I do believe that would be a great value add to city workers. I do believe that would certainly be lend to their health and wellness, and I think we'd be more than happy to extend that privilege to the city.
And as a matter of fact, when they had the first cut of your employees, remember we came and we offered that service for just a few months because we knew that would be needed. But for us to have that feedback, absolutely, we'll make it where it'll be very, very advantageous to the city and its employees.
And I think it'll be very well working, so when I take Chief Green out there on the basketball court.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. That's right.
And we see Chief Green is in real good shape, and we like all our citizens to be in
We
the
want to
same.
keep them in good shape.
Councilman LaShaw?
I know in the past, Mr. Sneed, that there was a yearly contract with the Y.
Yes, sir.
And of course, in 2016, when that contract was up for renewal, the current city council opted to extend it to a 2-year contract
Yes, sir.
that would give the Y an opportunity to look for other resources. And that was the reason for the non-renewal, because of that 2-year commitment. But apparently it did very well for you guys, and you're back here asking for support. And as I said before, I think if we're gonna opt out to support the Y, we need to once again go with that 2-year contract with understanding that other revenues will be sought by your organization. And hopefully if it's game, it's good, but not, we can give some serious consideration.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And I think when we earmark, you know, the $2 for the brown wine and the grits wine, and the Johnson Walker, I think on the average, it ran anywhere about $220,000 a year that we recoup falls off the lodging tax, $1 for the brown and $1 for the Johnson Walker. And I think on a yearly basis, it amounts to about 220 to 240, somewhere in that area.
Well, as of recent, it ran about 60,000 coming to us. Now, I'm not sure how much went to Brown.
Total amount.
Oh, total amount,
Total
120.
amount, okay.
120 is the total amount. About 120. And I think, and you all retain the Brown part. You all have that, and I think that's the part you're talking about capital gain. I think it has maybe about
180.
Yeah, something like that. That's right. And we are looking in the community because of some other committees that I've been working on. There's a strong uptick in tourism. And so I really think with the addition of the St. James that we work with also, that tourism, and I think that a lodging fee, I really believe that's headed up, nothing but headed up, because tourism is really about to boom. And just a little caveat, we are the largest tourist attraction in the state of Alabama, believe it or not. We're just not capturing it.
We the city or we the wild?
We the city. We the city.
I figured as much as we make.
Yes, we the city.
Clarifying since we're wearing a couple different hats there.
Yes.
So you're clear on exactly where we're going.
Also, too, I think we have a partnership with Phil D. Kingston with that tutorial program. I think that was a grant, if I'm not mistaken.
No, actually, we really absorbed that ourselves. We have a partnership with the Selma City School System where we service all third graders, fourth graders. It's specifically for fourth graders, but they kind of added a few third graders in on it, where we service all that are on level 2 to move them up to level 3 or level 4. And I can report to you officially, we did it last year and we were able to promote from level 2 to level 3 for all third graders in the 5 of the 7 elementary schools in the city of Selma. And we did that to the Y. We moved the needle.
Would it be a problem if you could just give us a report?
Oh, we would be happy to give you a report.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Just, on the report, if you could, every quarter.
We would be happy
Every
to.
4 months, just give us a written
That's
report.
right.
This is what, achievement.
Progress.
We'll be honored to do that. Yes, sir.
And how this, resource from the city is
It's
benefiting.
helping the community.
Right.
Well, we will undertake this request on our budget hearing.
Okay.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much.
Councilwoman Thomas?
No, I don't have any questions.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Next, we have Mr. Clay Carmichael. The Lit App Music Series.
Sorry, I didn't get these out to y'all before. It's about the 11 amp grant. We went over after it last year. And didn't have enough community votes to get into the top 25. But they said they liked our application and hopefully went after it again this year. So we're gonna go after it again this year with y'all's permission. And so I guess that's what I'm here for, seeing if we can get y'all's permission to use the amphitheater from the, what is it, September the, left my phone on the bench. Oh yeah, August.
8th to October.
Yeah, August, is it 8th? Is that what I told you?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, 8th through the end of October, or October 24th, leaving Halloween open. And we're not asking for y'all to give this to us. We wanted to pay $500 per weekend. That's 10 weekends. We'll have 8 weekends of free music for the community. You know, it's just like we did with Joan Baez's concert. We'll pay full price. We'll take care of anything that's needed in there. I think we put $500 or $600 worth of bulbs in the Walton Theater. for that event. And, you know, we're willing to do whatever it takes to get this amphitheater rocking for about 8 weeks.
Councilwoman Thomas.
I just heard you say you'll give us $500 for each.
For each event,
For
500
each
for each.
event, and that's using the amphitheater?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And this is basically pending the grant, if they get the grant.
Right. We have to have permission
Yeah.
written into the grant. We
So,
have to have a permission letter.
Huh?
We have to have a permission letter written into the grant.
Okay.
I did it last year, just, you know, it's part of the grant, they have to submit a venue, in writing the grant for the music
Okay,
facilities.
the fee I'm talking about, for the amphitheater.
Yes, ma'am. But, you know, like I said, pending that the grant is approved. Yes, ma'am.
What is the standard fee now?
It's
15.
It's 50.
1,500.
And that's why,
So
when you
we're-
said, when you made that statement,
Right.
I give you $500 for the amphitheater. And you told us how many days you're gonna give us the $500.
That's,
On August to October.
yes, ma'am. We're trying to do $500 per event for 10 weeks.
Yes, I understand
Which-
what you're saying.
Right. How much money did y'all make off the amphitheater last year? Just curious.
That's not funny.
I'm not.
No.
I'm serious.
On the amphitheater again?
Yeah, that's why I'm talking to Clay. Clay came over here. He came and told us what he'll give us. And he told us how many days he would use it. And then now he's saying how much money we made off.
How many companies, like 10?
It's 10 weeks, yeah, so $5,000.
Which is substantially more than we made last year.
It's basically, it's a grant that they're applying for. And, they have to secure a venue, to include in the grant for the musical series for about 10 weeks. And like last year, came before us asking us if we could, just go ahead and reserve the amphitheater pending that the grant is approved.
So 10 weeks for how long?
5
10
each
10
time.
Saturdays, not full weeks, just 10 Saturdays.
Councilwoman Thomas, then I go to Councilman Short. Councilwoman Thomas, go ahead and finish it.
It's something I wanted to say. I thought this council agreed about the amphitheater. Remember we discussed about the amphitheater, we brought it up about the amphitheater, the fee. And now we're saying that, I understand they're gonna use it, and they're offering to give us $500 for the 10 weeks, so they're gonna use it.
How much?
He said $500 each time.
Right.
Yes. Well, I
10 service.
talked to you.
5.
I wanna say
Councilman
something.
Short, and what we could do is, we may want to hammer it out in your public buildings.
And this is what I'm saying.
Hammer it out in your public.
And this is what I'm saying, we have committees. And, this is the first time I'm here, maybe you talked to Corey about this.
I did.
Well, see, we have a committee.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm over the public building committee, and I'm not aware of this, and the decision, you might talk to Corey about it, how you want to do it. But we have a committee, we have to involve, the committee, it has to be involved in this.
And that's why I
It's
said.
not a one-man show.
No, that's what I said.
That's why I'm here
So
tonight.
you follow the procedure, what I said was to come before the council first, talk to the council about it, then it'll be relegated to the committee.
Okay, I
Okay, all
understand.
right.
Mr. President, you know, over the last 3 years, I have cautioned this council about doing for some and not for others. You know, the council has a policy that under no circumstances would the waiving of fees of amphitheater take place. However, that has been put aside for some and not others. I think the $500 that is being offered for every episode is more than we have gotten in the past for the waiving of fees for some and not others. So I do think that this council needs to give some serious consideration to what Mr. Carmichael is asking. And let's be as thoughtful as we have for but this organization has to help others.
But Councilwoman Thomas, will you be having your your public building meeting soon?
Yes.
I put in a request for Wednesday, but I found out Ms. Davis is up under the weather.
Under the weather, don't she have another person in there?
Okay, I haven't heard back from her, so I will
So
follow
how
up
long she
tomorrow.
gonna be up under the weather?
I'm not a prognosticator. I don't have
Aren't we supposed to be getting ready to go, in budget? Aren't we supposed to be in budget?
Well-
And don't we supposed to think that, this budget, you asked us, President Bowie, you asked us to set a date. And let me finish, President Bowie.
Are we
Let me-
still talking about Clay Carmichael?
no.
No, we're not talking about Clay Carmichael. We're
But he's
talking-
standing there, that's why I'm asking.
Oh, but he wants to get his, I was gonna tell
We're
you.
gonna
Okay, I got a question for
Go
you.
ahead.
Y'all jump subject,
Go
but I have a
ahead.
question for you.
Go ahead. Let me.
Y'all on a different subject.
No, go ahead, Councilwoman, so I can put it down so the ghost can get it. Go ahead.
Well, he brought it out, he said that Ms. Davis is under weather,
Mhm.
and I'm supposed to have a public building meeting this week,
Mhm.
Wednesday.
Right.
And he said she's under the weather, but we're supposed to be in the budget to be talking about.
Mhm.
So how long am I supposed to wait till she get out from up under the weather to discuss what we're talking about in a budget?
Okay, I talked to Ms. Davis today about 4 o'clock,
Mm-hmm.
and I would give her a call later on today to follow up about your meeting. I didn't have opportunity to talk to her, but I will follow it up tonight to see about Wednesday, and also the mayor's aware of the fact that we do have a meeting planned for Wednesday at 2 o'clock.
So you will still have now a public?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Mr. Clay,
Yes.
Ms. Finch,
All
Councilwoman.
right. Forgive me if this has been asked already, but we have this thing called the train in the middle of our city, and that's what happens sometimes when you stay on the other side of the track, you get caught up. So forgive me if this has been asked already. Are these events for profit?
No.
Not for profit? Are they free to the public?
Yes.
Okay, and this grant is why it is free to the public?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, they require that for the public to get the grant, yeah.
Okay, that helps me out. Okay, thank you.
All right, so Councilwoman Thomas, as soon as you call your public buildings committee together, let Mr. Clay Carmichael know, then you work it out and come back with a recommendation, and we'll take care of it at our next council. All right, go ahead. Councilwoman Thomas?
So you still ran there for the meeting for Wednesday?
Yes, ma'am.
So we won't have the department head here to discuss what's in the budget?
Like I said, I will talk with her tonight. When I talked with her, when she called me, I was going in and talking to Dr. Mitchell at a meeting, and I made sure that I informed her I would call her back this afternoon.
Do I need to be at the meeting on Wednesday?
When did this event take place, Clay?
It started 2020, August.
August 2020, yeah, it's a celebration. We're trying to do a celebration of Selma's 200-year anniversary.
Okay, that's next year.
Yes, next fall.
Okay, so Councilwoman Young was talking to us about that celebration too. So when you get a chance, call her too, so nothing clashes.
Yeah.
I don't know what's in her head, but so nothing clashes. When you get a moment, speak with her as well about the celebration itself.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but I'll let you know Wednesday about the meeting, 2 o'clock. And I would also notify the media.
Okay.
Anything else, Mr. Clark?
That's all.
All right, thank you.
Thank y'all.
All right, next we have our interim police chief, Robert Brennan.
Good evening. Council President Bowie and members of the City Council. It's been customary for police jurisdiction all across the country to present retiring officers who have completed 25 years or more of service in good standard their gun and badge. We have an officer who was recently granted a Medical Retirement by Retirement Systems of Alabama. And he completed 22 years of service. He basically succumbed to a very debilitating condition, and he's no longer to serve in the capacity of a police officer. So I want him to be given this gunning badge and the 25 years of service grade.
I know, to reiterate what Chief Green said, it's been customary that the council honor the request. I guess what we can do is move forward, if it's the council wish, to put it on the consent agenda on tomorrow and move forward. Councilwoman Bennett.
Thank you, Chief. Is it possible that, I'm looking for the right title, Officer Tubbs be present? Do you know if he can be present tomorrow? I just would like to say thank you, because he is in good standing.
Yes, he will be present.
Okay.
Thank you. Any other questions for?
Yeah, Chief, I wholeheartedly support this. I think Officer Tubb is one of the finest officers that the city of Selma has on its staff. It is so unfortunate that he has this medical issue he has to deal with, and I truly understand that. Just know that the force is losing a good man.
He's a good man. Because I think he worked in several arenas in the police department, narcotics, traffic, detective.
Yeah, he served in many different capacities, and if it were not for his medical condition, I'm sure he would have served many, many more years at the Selma Police Department.
Are there any other questions for Chief? Chief, one of my business items, business watch meeting. Would it be possible maybe if we can get together and have that meeting on September 30th? Inviting all the local business owners to come out and you can talk with them. Due to the fact we're coming up to the holidays about 6 o'clock.
I will be ready for you.
All right. So, Adam, hopefully we can we'll just get with the Chamber of Commerce and get a list of the local business for Monday, September 30th, 6 o'clock. Probably in the George Evans building. To invite all the local businesses out so we can talk with them, because we're coming into the holidays and it's going to be very important that we need to find out what's coming up.
When you get them there, I will have a presentation.
Thank you, sir.
Is it holiday shopping safety, is that what you're thinking?
Holidays, yeah,
Chief,
holiday.
before you go, do you have, you do. What's your process for who do we call when we need extra patrol in an area? Let's just say for an event, or we know that something might be about to happen. Which department would you like us to call?
You can call the 911.
Just call 911. What if we know there's an event that's going to be huge? Who do we call in advance of that?
You need to call the traffic division.
Traffic division. That's where
This is Lieutenant Fitz.
Fitz. Okay.
Chief, before we go, I found out that you guys are having some serious computer problems over there.
Yes, sir.
Is it back up and running? Is your computers back up and running?
No.
How is the department formatting police reports to the citizens?
Okay, we had several problems, IT problems. It is my understanding that in May of this year, the system that we have at the police department, the system that is provided by New World Software Company, crashed. And since April, we have not been able to send our crime reports to the state. I have been fussing about that ever since I came aboard. Our detectives are unable to close out their cases. We are unable to provide reports to the citizens when they come up for various reports. And I've been fussing with IT ever since I came aboard August the 1st. And as you know, or as you are aware of, last week, our system was apparently hacked into, so that created an additional problem. You notice that that memo is not on letterhead because I can't type or print anything at the office, so I have to take it home and do it.
What have the IT department told you? Have they told you anything that would give you any hope the system made up and running so that the department function.
I'm always told that they would be in contact with technical support.
And this has been out since April, you said?
Sir?
The system been out since April.
Yes. We have been unable to send reports to the state since April. The system allegedly crashed in May in the police department.
Is there any repercussion from the state because they're not getting reports on the time?
Funding?
Funding has nothing to do with it. We are supposed to provide our crime reports to the state on a monthly basis. Uniform crime reports, traffic accident reports, arrest reports. We have been doing that for years. And they're putting that is the Alabama Criminal Justice Information System is the state depository. Of course, at the federal level, they're converted into what is characterized as uniform crime reports. And we really need to provide those reports, but because of the crash, we have not been able to.
Being that you're not able to provide those reports, what are the repercussions from the state, if any?
I have not received any complaints so far, but what will happen, the true crime in Selma would not be true but reported.
All right, Chief, well, but we're gonna hope and pray that this system get back up fast and hurry, so that we can have some adequate and some realistic reports from the crime that's going on in our
Before I go, I think Councilwoman Thomas has, I think Councilwoman Benjamin. With that uniform crime report, it's broken down into burglaries, homicide, carjackings, and
So I can give you a lesson on that. Of course, misdemeanors and felonies, murders, rapes, robberies, aggravated assaults, and I can go on and on and on. You're gonna be here for a long time if I were to do that.
I just think it's. Councilwoman Thomas.
Chief, you are right because your officer out, we had some incident happen in our area, and he told the people, he was writing on the little, you normally have his information on the sheet to fill out, and he said that he told the lady wanted to make sure that he was getting everything. He told her that right now he would get it, it would be delayed with her report because she wanted to get a report. And he said, well, I can't tell you when you can get it, but we got problems with our system. So they writing it down on a piece of paper when the calls come out into the community.
On the big rock way. Councilwoman.
Chief, the IT department is also in charge of security, where the whole, I better ask you later. I forgot what being video. I don't want to ask a security question. I'll ask you as a sidewalk.
One follow-up question.
Councilwoman.
And Adam, you can help me with this. I've noticed there's been no information about the police report in the Selma Journal for a long, long time.
Sure. Yeah.
I see the sheriff and their arrest, but they're but nothing from the city. Is that a result of our computers being?
Yes, sir. Prior to the crash, we've been doing this for years. We provided what we characterize as a daily rap sheet for the Times Journal and any other news affiliate who wanted information from the Selma Police Department regarding crime that had occurred within the past 24 hours. But we can't. We are unable to do that.
Since April.
April, of course, yes.
Since April.
See that?
So our department's still on the spot that we haven't fixed our computer system since April. And we got hacked. You start to see a trend here, guys?
Councilwoman Benjamin.
Want me to speak again?
Yes.
Let me think of something. Okay, I didn't have my hand up. I can't think of it.
I just seen that awful look.
Yeah, I have a security question and I better not answer it while we're running the media.
Okay. Any other questions for Chief? Also, tomorrow night, Chief, we have to vote on the jail contract. I want to thank you for your leadership and giving us some insights how we need to rebrand the contract. I think it's $100,000 a year, $130,000 a year, 8 beds, and in addition to beds, $50 per bed.
It's a significant cost savings when you compare it to the last contract. We've been paying $200,000 per year for the last 20 years.
We can use that savings to fix the computer system.
Multi-year. But, Mr. President, can I get a hard copy of that?
Oh, I can get a hard.
I got on email, I mean, I need a hard copy, so I can really get down into it when you got a
Well,
cell phone, you try to read, elongated. I mean, come on, man, give me a hard copy.
My computer might be down.
The network could be down.
Okay, I have a copy for you tomorrow. How y'all feel about putting that on the consent agenda?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Any other questions for the chief?
Thank you for putting up with that, chief.
All right. Man, business are going with it.
Insane.
Jail contract taken care of, business marks taken care of. Committed budget hearings, I'm asking, council members, if you would, just go ahead and start setting up your committees through your, for the budget hearings. Councilwoman, I will get with you tonight, and I'll let you know about Wednesday.
Because if we don't have her there,
You know,
if she is not,
you know,
Oh,
you know exactly.
I know.
You and Councilwoman Benjamin are some Eric, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can have it.
Yeah, we did.
But I'll let you know.
All right.
All right, public building issues, Councilwoman Thomas.
Citizens are waiting on me to give them the information so we can finish up the Dallas Academy. I got the information, what you said, that Mr. Pete, he had called me.
You haven't called it? Okay. I will follow it up to make sure, I'll call him tonight.
Okay.
But he did say he's gonna let you talk to the jail too. And, he's gonna give you a call, then just.
President Bud, do you know if, well, can I ask her a question? Ms. Candy?
Sure.
Do you know if they started with the air conditioning?
No, ma'am, they have not. Not as of this afternoon when I wrote back.
President Booth,
Yes, ma'am.
could you check and see, I think it's something going on. The contract has been signed and it has been up there in Ivy's office. So I'm trying to figure out.
Did we do the oil lease? Was that the oil lease
No,
money?
we gave the money, the rest of the money for to replace the air conditioning.
Was that what, 13?
We had 40,000. We needed like maybe 5 more thousand, but we voted to say take that out of public buildings funds.
Okay. What was the last?
This is our
contract?
second.
I'm talking about the last contract. So did I sign it?
Yes, you signed.
Okay. I turned it over.
And you gave it back to me, and I gave it to the clerk.
Okay, we'll check on
And
that. That was
he had to come and sign. So I'm trying to figure out. This is going into our second month, and he hadn't even something's going on.
Okay. All right.
Did Mr. Pete give you some indication that some adjustment can be made?
No, he's gonna
He
let,
didn't.
he's gonna let, Councilwoman Thomas talk directly to the judge. And that was my request, yeah. All right. Ms. Myra Jackson, update on finances not here. Councilwoman Benjamin.
I didn't get to
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
with the lights. We need to find out more information, putting up the switch boxes, because we have a lot of problems right now with our license in the city of Selma. Those are control boxes that controls the light. And, you know, I know that Stephen is the department head, but something is going on holding it to move forward. So the citizen needs to know that the council had voted, we bought 10 control switch boxes that will need to be put up, and we also had someone offer to be a part to help put these boxes up. Now these boxes have been sitting up out here at Public Works we bought them now approximately 3 months now, going into our 3rd month. And we regularly got lights going out all over the city. We got some serious problems. Do we have to wait till someone really gets seriously hurt before we put this, and we say public safety come first?
Yeah, I think we have an accident up there in my area on Saturday night at that Woods Road, Summerfield Road. And I know that's a dangerous light because I travel through there almost every day. And I thought we had somebody from DOT.
Well, that's the problem. Stephen, he's the department head, and I think he's not gonna do nothing unless he gets from his day-to-day operation, giving him to move forward with this. And we have, the boxes just sitting out there, but we regular, in the city of Selma, we have too many lights going out while people are driving. And now, it's a major problem on Franklin right now. You already got that camera there. And that light is changing, before the people can get, and it's snapping. People are getting tickets. This is a problem that the day-to-day operation need to move forward.
Well, I guess what I can do is just send an email to CC everybody a copy, ask them what the latest update on installing the boxes. And once I send the email, I just CC a copy to everyone and just move forward with that. But I thought we had somebody from DOT was gonna come down.
We did, but you have to, Stephen is the department head. He has to get the okay from his boss.
I think the mayor has to invite them in, Mr. President.
Okay, that's why because
Yeah.
I know we talked
So
about
that's
it,
what I'm saying.
but I was wondering, what's the procedure that we talked about? Councilwoman Bennett.
This needs to be fixed. Like, if we have someone who can do this, or even if the DOT is not coming, do we not have a licensed person that we can contract? We've been contracting everything else. Can't we pull this from the budget of Public Works Department?
We have money in there.
Repair and maintenance should have money in there because they haven't been repairing anything or maintaining anything, and there are no workers there. Can't we pull from the Public Works budget, get someone who is licensed to do this, contract them, and have them put the lights up? What do we rent? Boxes, whatever they are.
Control
What are we waiting on?
Same thing, fix the computer system.
What, a hack?
Who knows?
So the serious question is, can we go ahead and get this done, contract somebody out?
Seems pretty important.
Yeah.
Definitely good idea who is assigned to do it.
Maybe the DOT can recommend.
Recommend somebody. Good thing. Councilman Boling.
Did we ever find out from Ms. Jackson if she talked to the folks that were looking to give us their leftover traffic lights?
What did
What is it?
after what happened
Right, with the city?
with the city, and they offered to the board,
Right.
and I think something went wrong somewhere, and they have not made a decision yet.
I got you, so they responded back with the affirmative or not. And then the other thing is, beyond the working nature of the lights and the switch boxes is the sagging lights. And over the years, the trucks have hit them. I got some on Little Road that have been hit. There's other places that have been hit. And as a result of that, they get stretched and pulled, they start to sag, which means they're gonna become increasingly more likely to get struck by another vehicle and continue to get damaged. So I would suggest that if we get somebody to fix the switch boxes, we also look at tightening the cables up so they're sitting up a little bit higher. So we don't have trucks hitting them as they come through town, which are coming through town illegally in the first place. But since we have a code enforcement office, we can't stop them coming through town.
That's true. Yeah, but that was a bad accident, I think it was Saturday night, I heard it.
No.
Councilwoman.
And this is another problem, this is dealing with up on the public building, the streets. We have a major problem, but I pulled my map out. I called you, President, you remember I called you? How far does that street go into the business area? Does Ward 7 be a part of that controlling in there where the federal bank at and where the disposable garbage at and Burger King in that little loop right there?
Mm-hmm. I think the Riverdale is in Ward 2. I think that's area Ward 2.
No, I'm talking about,
I know, yeah, I think
it's
that's
sitting in
Ward
like
7.
a circle.
I think right.
The road that comes in off Summerfield.
Yeah, it's called, they knocked the sign down.
Hickory Road.
Hickory Road.
That's it.
Yeah, that's Ward.
So-
that's Ward 7.
That casino is in your ward, and then, that store is in your ward, and then.
Bingo hall is my
What
ward.
yeah.
That's the bingo hall. Not
That
is in my ward.
That's in your ward.
Yeah.
I think Burger King also.
Okay, but this is what I'm trying to, we got a major problem with the street. I received a letter from someone in that area. And it asked, it is a major big hole. It's a huge
I
hole.
hit it Saturday.
You saw it Saturday?
No, I hit it Saturday.
You hit it. Well, and it's gonna cause someone an accident. It's a business area. That's why I wanted to know, am I responsible for that? It's more than one hole now. It's
It's in front of that, turning into that Maxway. And
Come-
in front of that,
Oh, that's perfect.
what you call
the
it?
street, I'm talking
It's on
about,
the
it's in the
on
street,
Hickory-
the
Hickory
street
Road.
is in, yeah,
on
it's the
Hickory
street.
Road.
Okay, because that loop is right.
Yeah, it's on the Hickory.
Okay, well, it's on the road, that's what I'm saying, it has like several, and he was saying that somebody gonna get hurt, cause they say they be dodging it when the trash truck come through it, and then people be coming in, and people be trying to keep from hitting it. And I just wanna know, we need to get that, it is huge. We need to, it's on, a bid going back up in the business area, it's a huge hole.
Right. I guess what we can probably do is get a bid and see what we can do to move forward.
Make sure it's ours.
It's
Yeah, I looked on the map,
It's out.
I pulled the map out, and I said, oh, it's right in the center of that street, and we gotta get it fixed.
So now when I hit that on Saturday night, I felt like Fred Sampson whiplash. Councilman,
That's a big one.
Yeah, I get
Well,
it.
these traffic lights on some serious matters. I would prefer that we ask our attorney to see what our options are as a council as we begin to contract out messing with these traffic lights. And I think it would be wise if people would give us some guidance on this.
Because I'm telling you,
And if we don't hurry up and
they're
do
falling
something,
everywhere.
yes,
And then
and they going out.
because you look at green light and then when you get ready to move, it
It's
just
yellow.
goes to red just like that.
Don't detail.
He can't do it.
You can't do it.
He has worked on it, so he done repaired it to, ain't no more fix.
It's more modernized
Oh,
now.
you saying you can't replace the digital?
The digital.
Make it digital.
Yeah, you gotta come out, it's updated now.
Yeah, it's more modernized.
It's more modern. He need help, you can't just go out like that.
Maybe we need to go to some school and give them some update training, because we don't continue to need these services. There's nothing wrong with sending her to training to get. I mean, I would think. This
That's
was-
what I'm thinking, I'm talking about.
Professional development.
Professional development.
Councilwoman Thomas, Councilwoman then. Professional development. Anything else, Councilwoman Thomas?
That's it, those are major things.
Yes.
Need to
We
be-
would, I would get, like, I said,
Need
people-
to, and as Peter said, we did discuss this, cause people are fussing,
It's all public safety stuff that hasn't been done in months.
it needs to be done.
It's ridiculous.
PJ, also the IT, public safety. Also too, but we making it, if it's okay, outsource the public, IT.
Yeah, fund out.
We need to do something.
Ridiculous.
Yes.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
I'm with you too. Yeah, remember.
maybe we can just look at some, I'm just, exploring the opportunity, especially with the police department. That's
Getting
just
positions
exploring.
on boards. I mean, that's ridiculous.
All right, are we on number 6?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is concerning this alleged hacked computer system, Mr. President. I've asked around since this, happened right after the council gave the $3,000 laptop. I've talked to some of my, IT friends that are in my circle that are experts at this, and I also, I thought, Councilwoman Jackson would be here on tonight. There is a person at the league that can find, pinpoint, and definitely tell us what happened, who did it, how they did it, and when they did it. I'd like for us to use this person, and I was gonna ask her, and I'll ask her tomorrow, ask her what those services cost, if anything. In my head, I'm thinking she told me it would be free initially. That's what I'm thinking in my head that she told me, but I don't wanna just say she said it was free. How much is it?
$750.
Like 700.
$750.
Okay, yeah, so in effort for this not to happen again, we need to know who this alleged hacker is. And that person or people need to be brought to justice. We said, I mean, this is $1 million computer system that we're paying New World for. New World can remotely access this system from wherever they are in the world, from Timbuktu to Montgomery, Alabama. And it's strange to me that we are saying that our computer system has been hacked. A computer system that is elaborate as the system that we have. The server is located right there. New World has one as well. Server right there in the IT room. And New World has a remote device that they could access us from wherever they are. And so I'd like to know who did this hacking, Mr. President. We should know so they won't do it again, and they should be brought to justice.
I'm sure the AG's.
He will be here tomorrow, the guy from.
That guy. Okay,
Yeah,
so you
yeah.
talked to Councilman Jackson?
No, he asked me to, put him on the agenda, but he will be here tomorrow.
Oh, great, that is so
Again.
wonderful. I have questions for him.
This is all pending, I mean, obviously, this is being investigated by law enforcement outside of the city of Selma. I would imagine since we're a municipality, we've been hacked. I would hope that either the AG's office or the examiner's office or all those people that are in here with all those acronyms are looking at the situation, because clearly that's extremely fishy. So I would hope that we would look at getting somebody on board after we find out the findings of either investigative body that's gonna be looking into this thing, so those can be brought to justice that did allegedly hack this computer.
Absolutely.
And then why we can't get it fixed, or get that computer at the police department fixed, or get an email that works, or be able to do any of the things that all that technology is supposed to be providing us efficiencies for that we don't seem to have any of those efficiencies. It's kind of odd, don't you think? I think it's odd. It's been going on for too long in the city of Selma. We've been squandering money on IT that does not work. Paying somebody to hire somebody to come in here and charge us $86 an hour to do a job that they should be getting paid for themselves. It's a waste of money, it's a waste of time, and it's time we start figuring out this IT department and get this thing straightened out, because this is ridiculous. Sorry.
86 to 12.
What's that?
86 to 12.
It's 86 to 12, don't even get me started.
Councilwoman, Thomas.
I want to ask you this, and I want the council, I want to be right about this. When we voted for that laptop for the mayor, what happened to the Nova? That was one for $2,000. IT ball, where is it?
I don't know, I don't think we voted on it,
I know we didn't vote on it, but I'm just saying.
He had to do a purchase order.
Yeah.
Inventory, that's why the
I'm just saying, no man, no,
Was it?
it was a no man.
What brand was it?
It was Microsoft,
Yeah, they did.
This was a PC brand computer that we paid $3,000.
we,
laptop, maybe two.
PC, not an Apple, but a PC.
3,000.
I'm with you on the money. I'm just trying to find.
I'm talking about the other one. So I'm saying, that's, where is the
Price
other?
point wise, I know that. It's my field, that's what I'm wondering.
Go ahead.
Just like a $19,000 bike rack?
Right.
And that was a no, it was a pad. So it was bought, spent over $2,000 on it. And then we had, what happened to that one?
Inventory clerk, what is it?
Inventory clerk, that's why I sold it.
So, you know what
I
I'm
can
saying,
say-
like,
I
the
can-
person leave, and we agreed, that's why I was skeptical, I'm understanding, we're spending, I can't afford a laptop that much.
Then what cost it?
Yeah, $2,000 for one, tablet, then we turn around and say, $3,000 for a laptop.
But it remains the property of the city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the caveat.
Unless it disappears and it's lost.
Yeah, and that's.
That's why I asked you.
That's one of the caveat that Councilman Short added, that, you know, it's not so much the personal, it's the property of the city.
Unless it's lost by the time it's time to turn it back in.
No, let's not get started on. My blood pressure's up.
Okay, Councilwoman.
Just trying to get through the end of this thing. Losing
Councilwoman,
it.
let's go ahead and finish. Councilwoman,
Oh, am I next again?
Yes.
Okay. The next one is tomorrow. Okay, yeah, so I want to go down to number 9. clean up around, when we voted also to, we voted to start cleaning up, we also voted to start cleaning up around City Hall as a council project. Can we go ahead and get started? Okay, we talk about businesses, we talk about how things look when people come through the gateways and all those things. This is City Hall. City Hall is trashy.
That's right.
Inside and out.
We have weeds that are now going up the wall, like up the wall. And I thought it was a new type of plant until somebody told me it was actually a weed. Those are weeds going up the wall, Mr. President. And, maybe, I don't know who does the library, but they do a really, whoever it is, they do a really good job.
She said volunteers.
Volunteers. Who we can contract to start putting this out, mulching, sprucing up, and City Hall is trashy. So can we start the council project of the City Hall cleanup? Okay, yeah. Whoever can do it.
I find out.
Whoever can do it.
Cause I know I checked with someone into it, but they
Okay, yeah.
didn't want to do it.
Yeah, whoever can do it.
Yeah, I checked with one man, but he didn't want to get involved with it. Okay, Councilwoman, Ward 4, Facia.
Oh, that's an announcement.
Okay. Also, too, we have 2 alcohol licenses that we will go on first reading tomorrow. Also, I will put the jail contract on consent agenda.
Which ward are the licenses in?
That's gonna be
Ward
2.
Ward 2.
Both
Oh.
of them Ward 2. Also, I rode throughout the city on Saturday with a guy, looking at the trees hanging out throughout the city of Selma. A lot of them, and also stump grinding. We can check with Mr. Wade to see if there's any way that maybe we can find some funding. I think he's gonna look at doing the whole city for roughly about $200. You know, with coming down Dallas Avenue, coming down Marie Foster, we rode roughly for about an hour and a half throughout this city. You know, with trees hanging over, and especially when we have tours over the old town. The bus will be, you know, at the top of it, it's scraping the top of the bus, and off, you know, it just looked bad. But I rode with a guy on Saturday for about an hour and a half, and I have an invoice, and this amount will cover all wards throughout the city itself. That's also including the stump grinding. So it's said roughly about $8,200 to $9,000 for the entire city itself.
I'm going to look backwards, I'm sorry. So these 2, you said they're going on consent?
Yeah, first
I'd like
reading.
to take these alcohol beverage licenses home with me, and one appears to be a bar lounge. Is this a renewal or something new? I was trying to look at it quickly. Is this a renewal or something new?
I think this is transfer.
Is he here today?
Oh,
right there.
what's going
Oh,
on?
okay, same thing, okay. This is a renewal then, right? Or do you have a new
Is
spot?
this a transfer?
The same bill that Doc had, but I bought the bill.
You bought it, okay.
It's not a transfer, it's a new.
New bid, okay.
This is brand new, right?
And,
Okay, your stuff is in good standing and everything? I'm gonna look at it tonight.
Well, it's gonna go on first read because we have 2 weeks, you know,
Oh, okay.
do the due diligence.
Okay, I just wanted to get him while he's here. If I had any questions, since he's here and present, okay. All right.
And also too, I need to get with Ms. Wade about, you know, need to talk to her about, can't remember that, but I'll think about it. We also will be putting on the consent agenda about the,
You found this way, are they handwriting checks? Is that what you were thinking? I was thinking if you.
oh yeah, no, what I was thinking about, getting back with Attorney Jones to make sure that we move forward with the laid off employees.
Oh,
Vacation pay, because we had something resolved, but, I didn't want to move forward with it, but it's going to be very important that we come up with some type of resolutions because it's in our handbook, and our handbook is so much, I mean, that handbook is so much, so much ambiguity in that handbook. You can't, it's not clear to size. But based on reading it, that it's mandated that we're gonna have to do something. It's in our handbooks, and we don't want to,
It costs you more
You don't
money.
want to.
I don't want to cost more money because I did receive a call this weekend from a attorney inquiring about it. So I think we need to move forward to rectify this situation that move forward with the employees. I think it's roughly on about $22,000 or something like that. If my memory serves me correct.
And don't, November of the date that they were laid off,
November 5th.
November the 5th, so you need to do this before then, November the 5th, don't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Because that is,
That's a year.
that'll be a year, and when you not haven't gave those employees,
And see, usually, with HR, on the HR side, you usually say that either they're fired or they're rehired. So you have to come forth and say that, but I guess we're in limbo now, so.
Is that your reluctance?
In
Because
HR
are you being reluctant because if we give them the money, that means we're firing them?
No.
Oh.
It was something else. Okay, but go ahead.
that's why I asked you, because normally, I've dealt with like that through the union, and I fought for people like that. When you keep a person off a job that long,
You have to
and
notify them.
and you let them drop all their unemployment, and they haven't got their benefits, and you come around to the anniversary of the layoff, so that means if you not call them back, you're gonna use to say that they are automatically fired. You don't plan on calling them back.
Slippery slope.
I'm telling you,
This whole thing is slippery.
that's the game.
Are there any other questions at this time as far as with the, okay, I will have the, consent tomorrow, email it to the council members. And also, Councilwoman Keith and I will be giving $2,500 from my discretionary. Keith. Young blood. Young blood, we're gonna help with the, right of way coming to the Shake Fitness. That's our roadway. I think they're gonna put in about 10,000, and we're gonna put in about $5,000, $2,500 a piece, because that's a well-traveled area. And, we have a lot of citizens going down there for exercise and recreation. But, that's gonna go on consent agenda to do a contract with, Chandler Seals, Coden, and Striking LLC. But we just take the $2,500 from my lawyers and Councilwoman Youngblood.
And I wish that, can we go somewhere in Montgomery over there at the Capitol and talk to someone about, special need for our handicapped people in our communities in wheelchairs? Because a lot of our structure on our sidewalks are broke up. And we have a lot of handicapped people out. Lately I've been seeing them they're being out in the street. And when, traffic be heavy, and they can't get up on the sidewalk because the sidewalk is broken up a lot.
That's the
Can we-
ADA Act. And it
We
could be
need
some
to see,
funding.
can we find something for the sidewalks? Ask for help
Yeah,
for the handicapped.
yeah, basically with that, we have to be in compliance with the ADA
Well,
compliance.
we got-
And it may be something that, we can look at, as far as, funding the grant, because you have to be in compliance.
They can't get out.
All right, at this time, we'll have a motion to vote on.
Mr. Glover. Mr. Glover.
And we should